I'm Laura Schweizer.
And I'm Stephanie Langston. We are kicking things off with a band that is near and dear to my heart. I was even lucky enough to be in their music video. My friend Ketch is here from Old Crow Medicine Show. He's in the studio. His band, of course, known for songs like Sweet Amarillo, My Good Gal, and our personal favorite, Wagon Wheel.
Yes, you can hear their version all over town. Welcome to Local On 2. We're so happy that you're here.
Hey, season's greetings, ladies. I'm so glad you asked me. It's great to see you again.
Yes. Awesome to have you.
Okay, we're celebrating 2 decades, 20 years of the release of your debut album. Is it fair to say that this has completely changed your life?
Yeah, I mean, I came to Nashville in the late 90s when it was like a different town. Some of us remember how it was, Stephanie. And yeah, I put this record out that finally came out in 2004 or something, and it's celebrating its 20th anniversary now, and it was the album that introduced my band, Old Crow, to the world.
It's incredible. You guys all started from busking. Of course, that album has a Wagon Wheel on it. 3-time platinum song. We have to talk about this song because it's a cool story. I mean, Bob Dylan wrote the chorus, and you were just 17 when he wrote the verses.
Yeah, that's right. You know, they say the kids, you know, especially this time of year, we're all thinking about the kids and what we're going to give them. But sometimes the kids give us something. And I was just a kid when I figured out how to figure out this Bob Dylan song that had been unfinished. You know, because when you're a great prolific songwriter like Bob Dylan, you might write stuff and then forget about it. Well, he wrote this beautiful chorus and forgot about it, but I heard it on a bootleg and I thought, oh, I love this jam. And so I wrote the rest of it and then put it out into the world, and little did I know it would take hold and become the song for weddings and funerals and deployments and you know, birth, and so many kids learn the song because, of course, it's about Mama.
Mama Rock Me Like a Wagon Wheel. We have to talk about the music video. We're going to show a little bit of that because you have some surprise guests there.
There's my favorite part. That eyeliner, honey. Oh my God.
I had the pleasure of being part of this. Clearly, we were babies back then. Right?
Wow, there we are.
Oh, wow.
I'm doing the shimmy.
Working it.
Stephanie Langston lit up the screen during this filming, which was done in Smyrna at a very small and no longer there carnival with kind of the sketchy rides, you know, that you might catch something on.
It was a lot of fun. Gillian Welch also appears in this. David Rawlings. It was a fun video.
Yeah, Gil and Dave were there, and all the Old Crows. It was 2003, and it just, you know, it was a cheap video to make, and then it became really popular, and now it's got, you know, 100 million views or something.
And it's been remastered for this 20 years.
So
awesome.
Amazing. I heard that you, after you learned how to play, you know, mandolin, guitar, fiddle, that you were wondering, okay, how am I going to put this all together? And you took a seashell and you were playing guitar like this. It was your mom's guitar, and you were like, oh, I like this sound. And that's kind of how the band kind of came together, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a DIY experiment, kind of gone haywire. Let's get a whole bunch of acoustic instruments and start banging on them till we learn how to play them. I had a pawn shop fiddle, and I came to Nashville to play on the curb because down on Lower Broad back in the late 90s, I first came here, I think, in 1996 to play on the street corner. And we played out in front of the Sparrow, which is still there, you know, the Sbarro there on 2nd Avenue. It's like the only landmark in Nashville from my memories of the 90s that's still there.
Yes, good point.
But we'd make $300 in an evening playing down there. So pretty soon I moved to Nashville, of course, on a Dickerson Road where all the stars stay. Yes. I'm really glad to be on y'all's show today. I want to wish a season's greetings to everybody out there. It's this most wonderful time, a time of giving and of great spirit. So just Merry Christmas to everybody.
I love that. And a good gift to give this Christmas.
Oh, yeah. You mean my new remastered vinyl? You guys can order it right now. And this is our album that is called O.C.M.S. It was remastered by David Rawlings, who produced it. And, you know, ever on Woodland Street, you pass the Woodlands studios in the Five Points neighborhood. God, this place is so cool. They made so many records. It was a label that did mostly R&B and gospel music in the 60s and 70s, and then became a country place for its 70s and 80s. And then David Rawlings and Gillian Welch took it over, and they made this seminal, that's where Wagon Wheel was recorded.
Awesome.
Well, the last 15 years, you have created a tradition here in Nashville, and I was lucky enough to go last year because you put on a show. Old Crow Medicine Show is playing at the Ryman 2 nights to ring in the new year. Please, for those who haven't been to a show of yours, I mean, it is larger than life. Paint the picture.
Well, you know, it's a lot of music and joy and harmony singing. The Ryman is such a great stage to ring in the new year. And I feel a little bit like Dick Clark mixed with Roy Acuff and a little Pee Wee Herman sprinkled in, if you can imagine that.
That is accurate, absolutely. And jumping around and singing and having a good time. Thank you so much. You were so much fun.
Well, we got to get Stephanie Langston up there on the stage to do
Little
that
shimmy.
hoochie coo.
Little shimmy. He got me up last year at a show. It was a very special experience.
Oh, yeah, that's
Thank
right.
you so much
You
for that.
did.
You made my year. All right. Thank you, Catch.
Great
We
to see you
love
We're
guys.
going to
Merry
shimmy out of
Christmas.
this
Shimmy out.
segment.
Get your tickets and celebrate the new year with Old Crow Medicine Show. You can find more information at crowmedicine.com.